Libra, is for you. I hope I said Libra at the beginning. It is for a Libra reading. I have pre-shuffled and meditated on your position. And what do we have for you? We're using a Rider deck from Los Alamos, Mexico. The Queen of Wands, Libra, is coming out. On the cut, the Devil. So, you are an entrepreneur, Queen of Wands. Perhaps you work and have your own business. Perhaps you work in both a position of a job and you also provide services to other people, or you have more than one occupation. And definitely that is reflected here in the cards because you have a new beginning in the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is in your recent past. The Eight of Cups is in your probable future. Above you is the Ten of Pentacles. And below you is Death. You are the Knave of Wands. And crossing you is the Queen of Swords. Very powerful cards. The Nine of Wands is your probable future. The Ace of Cups in the positive surroundings. In your negative environment, the Knight of Pentacles. That's not such a negative card though. And the Two of Swords is your outcome. Okay, well, let's unpack this. To start with, the Ace of Wands shows a new beginning and a new venture. And since you came out as the Queen of Wands, you are obviously someone who creates things. You wouldn't come to this channel to listen to me if you were not a creator yourself. However, on the cut is the Devil, the changed lover. Yeah. So whatever it is that you're doing, is it for the right reasons? Is the question. And you know, sometimes the motivation that propels us forward sullies any proposition that we put forward, right? So if I am desperate and I am creating, let's say, videos out of desperation, then that quality comes out. And if I do this as a calling because it's my life calling, then that quality comes out. And so I think the cards are saying beware, right? Beware of doing things for the right reasons. And it's open to interpretation. Everybody has their own interpretation, that's for sure. It's all over YouTube. But in my interpretation, you know, you've just set out on a new beginning. And that new beginning is going to have a very positive outcome in the very near future. The Eight of Cups is, you know, a card of abundance. Perhaps it's not the end all, but on top of you, above you, you have the Ten of Pentacles. That is the end all. That is the money lotto winning card. You know, this is I win. And it looks like, although you may be faced with, you know, there are always, as the higher up the mountain you go, the narrower the path becomes, and the precipice to fall becomes more steep and dangerous the higher you go. So stick to your path, you know, and don't wander off the reservation, you know, the path that is well tread. So the Knave of Wands shows that you are the messenger of a new service, or perhaps technology, or perhaps a new product. You are the Queen of Swords, so you have the experience of doing this before. Whether you're a man or woman, it has no difference. It's, you know, you understand the environment that you are in and how to protect yourself, how to create, and how to win. And it looks to me that it's unusual to have the Ten of Pentacles above and the Death card below, because, you know, it shows that there is a kind of complete rebirth in your situation. So it's about, I think you're establishing yourself very, very powerfully here. in whatever field or occupation you're doing. So in terms of the possible future, the Nine of Wands, it's almost the end of an entrepreneurial journey is the probable future. You're going to come, maybe you're going to sell this business. Yeah, I mean, that's what I get the feeling. You're going to sell whatever it is you're doing. A project, a business, is it a painting? Is it a computer program? Is it a restaurant? I don't know who you are and what you do, but I feel that you're going to sell it. And this is going to bring you all the way back to the beginning. The Ace of Cups, you're going to take your money out, you're going to have it on the table, and you're going to say, okay, what do I do next? That's the fun part, right? Winning and then moving on to the next game. So you're going to have a next, and the next is going to be actually, something's going to come to you as news in your negative environment, but it's actually positive news. Perhaps you had some people giving you problems around what you're doing. And whether it was someone who said you copyright infringement, whether you were being sued for food poisoning, whatever it is. And this was, the choice was, I'm going to choose to either fight you in court or pay you off, right? If you're an entrepreneur like me, then you have the experience that you get sued. It's just part of the course. If you make money, it's not because you make good, you're very honest, and that you're never going to get sued. People are opportunistic. They come at you. They want what you have. Every piece of money it does fall out of the sky, but it belongs in somebody else's pocket before it does that, right? So as it enters your pocket, it has to come out of someone else's, and that's the key, right? So people believe that, and they come after you, wanting your money, wanting something that you've done. Very few challenges are out of, it's more of a slight. So it's kind of, and that's the devil. That's the devil. It's the earth plane of existence. It's the basics of human nature. I belong here. This belongs to me and no one else. Instead of, it's like you're going to die in the next 100 years, it's going to belong to someone else anyway. So, it's a kind of, the mentality is, you're fighting on an earth plane, and you've got to choose your ground and make sure that it's level ground, or that it better than your enemy, because that will make the difference between winning and losing. So, the idea is that you're going to absolutely win. And you're definitely going on a new journey. You are the Fool, Strength card, new journey. It sounds to me like you're going to sell your last business, your next business, this business, you're going to sell it. You're going to make some money. There's going to be a bit of conflict around it. You're going to move on to the next thing. This is already on the next subject, right? So, and it shows you have great strength and great entrepreneurial spirit. So you are bright, and you have the Knight of Pentacles coming. People know you. They know of you. You are the next person who is going to make a difference in their lives, because they're going to invest in you. Yeah, they're gonna clean up. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I think that you're someone who has these ideas, who's understood that you have to work hard, you got to hustle in life, and you are hustling. You are obviously building something, selling it, moving on to the next thing, raising money for that, selling that, and moving on to the next thing. So there may be some conflicts. Perhaps an investor says no, a competitor says no, perhaps there's a copyright infringement, you have to tweak your product. I understand, I don't usually, Libra, give out these kind of advice. If you look at all the other videos, it's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now, but this is what it's saying. And you will find peace and fame. There's peace and fame here, because you are doing the right thing. You're not watching this out of spite. You're watching this out of goodness in your heart, and you're creating health products that are very positive for the world. And you're bringing somebody great positivity in their life by fixing an ailment or that has been bothering them. Perhaps they itch, and you help them stop itching, it really makes a huge difference in someone's life. So this is great happiness. I think you're being watched by a more powerful person than you. Someone who's really powerful, someone who has a lot of deep pockets and who wants your goodness. And they can see that it's not easy, you're struggling, you need to depart. In other words, you need to fly into the sunset, and you are going to have great happiness that's going to come towards you. Let's see next week what happens. I think that if we continue this story next week, it may indicate that a very special partner is coming towards you. It hasn't done that yet, but perhaps you don't believe in that. You don't believe in partners. I'm going to pull a money card from Abraham Hicks for you. The money card is, I can earn money by doing what I love to do. As you practice your more positive, better feeling story, in time, your pleasure will become the dominant vibration within you. And then as you couple your pleasure with your means of earning, the two will blend perfectly and enhance each other. There is no better way to earn money than to do the things you love to do. Money can flow into your experience through endless avenues. It is not the choice of the craft that limits the money that flows, but only your attitude towards money. I absolutely agree with that. Thank you, Abraham Hicks, for that message, which I am on board with. And your angels are also sending you a message, your guides, your protectors, your ancestors, the ones who want and love you, that you are part of their soul family, and they would like you to know that you should stay in your truth and integrity no matter what happens next. And they believe in you, and they want your good. And as long as you stay in your truth and integrity, first of all, you have nothing to remember in terms of lies, because you didn't lie. You told the truth. And in integrity, you have nothing to hide. You can protect yourself without hiding. You can absolutely turn away the naysayers, the haters, the backstabbers, and you will win. I believe in that. So I will leave you there. I bless you for this week, and I hope to see